Here I am. Let's get down to the meat of the matter and leave the spam. This is another thrilling episode of Break On Through with me, your host, Jeffrey K. Clayton, the long-haired weirdo, the unimpeachable president for life. Happy Tuesday, everyone. At least I hope it's been a happy Tuesday. About, I don't know, an hour ago, it started snowing here in Charlotte. And I saw pictures from Walt Wheat a little bit ago. They got snow in Hattiesburg. Hattiesburg, Mississippi, that is. New Orleans, Pensacola, I've been seeing reports of snow. We took little Coleman out in it so he could run around for a little bit. Had to bring him back in because it was really cold, and Papa had to break on through, and he was heartbroken. So you may hear some of that heartbreak in the background from time to time here. Yeah, there's Greg Crawford. Greg, how often do y'all get snow in Pensacola? Not very, I imagine. There's Clintonzilla, Mondo, Alan. I've missed a bunch of you. Katie's here. There's Wesley. Clinton, get ready for some links, okay? I don't know what I want to say first. I guess, man, I got a lot to talk about tonight. This is going to be a night of rapid-fire thoughts and discussions. I will take a break in the middle of them to give you announcements. Man, what about yesterday? I woke up this morning and breathed a sigh of relief. Matt Gaston's with us. Dave Prino's with us. Man, it has been a while, Dave. I'm glad to see you back. I got a special announcement later that's going to be of interest to you. And there's Jennifer Crawford. Probably had to call Greg Crawford in from playing in the snow. But, man, I just wanted to say this after the election, but I'm going to say it now because the inaugurations happened. It just feels like a huge relief. But, man, I just want to salute the death of woke. Woke is dead. The entire country proved that woke is dead. And all the crazy people screaming and crying and, making us bend down to celebrate their mental illnesses. The only people listening now is their shadows. Their shadows are the only ones listening. No one cares. No one cares. No one cared all along. It's just that we had an administration that told everybody, you have to submit to these whims. No more. No more. Let's drink a toast to the death of woke. Now, I got some water, but hey, Ding dong, woke is dead. Which old woke? The crazy ass woke. Ding dong, the wicked woke is dead. Hey, we're back to two genders again. I'm gonna tell you what. I know plenty of people in those categories, but I never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, ever subscribe to that whole gimmick. Oh, there's like 75 genders. No, there's two. God made two. Dang, what are you telling me? The lead singer of Antiseen's a Trump-supporting, Jesus-living, Bible-thumping, holy roller now? Yeah, I am. What do you think about that? Oh my gosh, I just felt, I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm a happy man. Matter of fact, I want to sing. Y'all mind if I sing a little bit? I mean, usually y'all pay a big cover charge. But you're going to get it tonight on Break On Through for free. You ready? Okay. Waterfall, nothing can harm me at all. My worries seem so very small in my waterfall. Y'all even know that song? I bet you don't. I bet none of you know who that song is by. I would sing the rest, but I'm not sure about what all the lyrics are. All right. Here's a little story for you. Yeah, okay. I'm doing a little chest beating about the Erica knows. Wesley knows. I guess a lot more of you know that song than I thought. Ricky knows. All right. I like it. Hey, there's an orange beanie. I got me a olive drab beanie. What do you think of that? All right. Well, Eric says he didn't. Eric, I'll tell you who it is. Jimi Hendrix. Off of his first album, a song called, is a song called Is This Love? Or What Is Love? Or something like that? Yeah. I love that song. Too bad I don't know the proper title. But I did it. I just want to tell you how things go in the real world. Not the world that the mainstream media wants you to think is going on in there. Let me tell you a little bit of real world stuff, okay? I've had a friend for years, decades, from Pittsburgh, named Art Ettinger. And some of you may even know Art. He is a huge part of the magazine Ultraviolet. He is featured in many horror conventions, conducting panels. He even did a panel with my friend Janice Blythe in Cleveland. And if you ever, I encourage you to go look at the video of that sometime. It's really good. But Art and I we have been guests in Art's house many times. And him and his beautiful wife Elena, they cook breakfast for us, everything. Yeah, he is big in the horror community. But I want to tell you something. Other than movies and some music, everything that we believe, as far as our personal beliefs for our lives, is polar opposites. Art, Jeff. Jeff, Art. But you know what? Politics and even my renewed walk with Christ could not change the fact that we were and still are friends. Well, what do y'all talk about? Well, I mean, we don't see each other that often, but when we do see each other, it's always a fun time catching up, and we met at Antiseen shows, and Art has been a huge help for the band throughout the decades, getting us big articles in Punk Planet and that kind of thing. So I just want to let you know that he and I had a little text exchange a couple mornings ago, and I said to him, I said, "Man, I'm really glad because here's what brought it all up. Art is about as militant atheist as you can possibly get. But as I get up in the morning, I'm checking all the orders that I got to fill before I go to work. Art purchased a copy of Clayton and Wensil, Songs from Home. And I was like, well, man, I don't think Art's going to appreciate it. And Art knows what it is. He knows it's gospel songs. He knows that. Look at all them gospel songs. And but he ordered it. And I wrote him and I said, hey, man, I said, you were the last person I expected to order my gospel CD. But knowing the way you feel about all that subject matter was even a bigger compliment to me. And we had a little bit of, back and forth with each other, but it ended with me being able to say, I'm glad that we can show everybody else out there that two people of completely opposite belief systems can remain friends for decades. It can be done. I did it. I'm doing it. Art's not the only one. I got a ton of friends. I got a ton of friends that don't appreciate some of my leanings. I got a lot of friends that I don't appreciate too many of theirs either. All right, here comes some rapid fire thoughts. The past. Why do we keep wanting to visit the past? Y'all may be sitting there saying, you might be saying, well, Clayton, look, you surrounding yourself and all your nostalgia. Yeah, you know what? That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to bring back a time that does not exist anymore. And then I found myself being smothered by things that I thought would bring back a certain feeling or they did bring back certain memories, but I already had those memories, man. I didn't need the thing to trigger those memories. My hard drive's still pretty good. Still got some room on it. Not much, but so many people spend way too much time chasing the past when you really need to be focusing on the future. Man, I got some more folks in. I got Jimmy Repo in here. I got Wid Cara in here. I mean, there's a lot of y'all showing up. Thank you for coming. Come on, pull up a seat. Kick your shoes off. Don't keep chasing the past. And speaking of the past, you know what, man? Sometime I'm not going to name any names, That's exactly right, Brian. Learn from the past and move on. Whatever you've done in your past, man, it's not something that you hang around your neck and walk around with like a scarlet letter or something. You don't do that, okay? But growth, man. I've had people that if I would say or do something, in 2017, 2021, and here in 2025, and someone would hear me say something, but what about that one song you did with Antiseen that says, quote, 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 quote. And I'm just like, well, I wrote that as a 26-year-old angry young man. And I hate to break this news to you, but since age 26 and I'm now 61, that's a big old span. Look at that span. That's a big span. I've done a lot of living. I've had a lot of experience. I've had a lot of experiences. And man, I'm going to tell you something. If your travels, your experiences, the things that happen to you along the way, if you don't learn anything from that, and as you get older, maybe you change the way you feel about a lot of stuff. If that doesn't happen to you, you're probably an idiot. Your skull's probably this thick all the way around, squishing what little brain you have together, and you can't allow any kind of growth. Well, see, that's all that is, Clinton. It's an act. I mean, some of them is probably not an act. They probably still feel the same way today they felt about something in high school. Good gosh, man, what an idiot we all were in high school. Right? Oh, okay, we brought up something about Elon. That was one of my things too. Elon salute. I'm gonna tell you something about you Nazi hunters out there. Anywhere when y'all go, man, we need to find a Nazi. We hadn't had one in a couple days. You'll find one. Guy walking across the street. Hey, man, how's it going? Wow, look at that! Did you see that? That was a Nazi salute. If you believe that Elon Musk got in front of that huge crowd, that was basically the entire country, and did a Nazi salute, you are an idiot. You're an idiot. He wasn't doing that. And I don't care who gets mad at me for saying that, man. There's some things just happen. Some things just happen. And he did the thing, his heart like that, and goes like that. He was doing it like, I give you my heart, and everyone wants to go, that's what they used to say. What's numbers they used to use? 4488 or whatever the hell. You're idiots. You're all idiots. If you believe that for 1 second, you're an idiot. And you don't have to like Elon Musk at all. I personally do. But if you think that, I don't care what kind of rhetoric you got to back it up with. I don't care how many Facebook posts you can find that, you are an idiot. And you need to find something else to do with your time. Because, man, stop looking for Nazis under wood piles and paper stacks. If you want to know where they are, they'll let you know where they are. They're not hiding. I'm going to quote Fred Blassie. What the hell ever happened to the human race? Hey, what about that song you had on Southern Hostility? Well, I've done a lot of living since Southern Hostility. Does one... Okay, Scott's asked me if I'm down with the Proud Boys. Man, I don't like any organizations like that, you know? This is America, and they can exist, and I don't get involved in anybody's business. I just like to be an American voter, a conservative, a Christian, and I just happen to play in the world's greatest rock and roll band. But as far as any of those organizations, I don't pledge allegiance to any of them. The only organization that I pay any allegiance to is the Encounter Charlotte Church, right here. Well, it's in Midland, North Carolina. And I would like to invite any of you in the area to please attend one Saturday night. Our church is on Saturday night. That's the way I spend my Saturday nights now. Going to church. Come home, me and the First Lady, we pop some popcorn and watch TV. That's my Saturday night. Man, you're old. No, yeah, I am. But does a pardon need to be given someone who supposedly has not committed a crime? Or is that something that just the definition of it changes according to who is giving or getting the pardon? I mean, I'm going to use a break on through main catchphrase. You got to tell me something. I mean, can you pardon for someone for a crime they might commit? I don't think so. Well, hey, you know what? Just in case someone says you committed this crime, I'm going to go ahead and pardon you. You can't do that, I don't think. I mean, I'm not a law scholar. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, there's my daughter, Carrie Clayton. Hey, honey. Thank you for joining your old dad here. I hope everything's going great with you and little Winter and Jake. And I hope you are as happy as your old dad about yesterday. Michael Stipes telling the left, hey, we need to not post on Facebook for, I don't know, 14 days or something. And let them and show them how we don't like that. I'm like, go ahead. Don't. Love you too, baby. I can't wait to see you. Someone just wrote something long. Jim just wrote something long. Let me see if I can see it. According to the Supreme Court, I'm going to read what Jim wrote, okay? According to the Supreme Court of the United States, in order to request or receive a pardon, you must have an admission of guilt, or you have to have been convicted of a crime. Yeah, something's not right with that picture at all. You pardoned a lot of people who supposedly didn't commit any crimes. I don't know how that works. What do I know? I don't know nothing. Go ahead, Michael Stipe. And I'll tell you what. Take that damn Mitch Easter with you. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do some announcements. Man, I've been railing for a little bit. I got a little later than I thought. I'm going to go ahead and do some announcements. Because, man, I know that when you're looking at your gas tank, man, you need a full tank of gas. And you don't get paid till Friday, and it's Tuesday. You need some gas, but you also need something to eat. I know the thing that comes into your mind when you are trying to make this decision. When am I going to get to see Antiseen live again? Well, I'm here to tell you. I'm going to tell you right now where you're going to see him. March 6th. It's a Thursday night. We will be in Piedmont, South Carolina at Tribbles. And as far as I know, this far into it, our support act is the new Zach Hembray rockin' teenage combo called Blue Ridge Death Cult. Maybe some other bands. I don't know. As long as we're on before 10 o'clock, I don't care how many bands there are. You can put 14 of them mattress for all I care. March 7th, Friday night, we'll be at the Star Bar in Hotlanta, Georgia. Now, y'all think back to our last time at the Star Bar in Atlanta, Georgia. What happened then? Oh, we pulled out a big surprise. It was a big surprise. And people are asking, Jeff Clayton, man, you got to tell me something. Y'all going to do something else? Of course we're going to do something else when we come to Atlanta. We ain't going to tell you what it is right this second. Lemon water. March 8th at Johnny Mac's. I can't read my right. Is that Freeport? Freeport, Alabama. And our guest there will be Miss Kelsey Ray Copeland and Mobile, Alabama's favorite sons and daughter, Future Hate. Future Hate. You get all 4 syllables when you say their name. Man, that's going to be 3 rocking shows like you ain't never, even ever seen. And if y'all like, hey, man, y'all need to come to Colorado. Maybe you need to make a road trip from Colorado to down to one of these shows right here. Now I'm going to give you a little teaser, okay? A little teaser. April. Good gosh, I didn't write the dates, numbers of the dates down. It's 14, 15. I think it's 16, 17, 18. We will be in Youngstown, Ohio on a Thursday night. The next night, we will be in Lakewood, Ohio. And then on Saturday night, and this is for you, Dave Prino, we will be back in beautiful, historic, scenic York, Pennsylvania. Oh, yeah. And you're like, I can't go nowhere in March. Well, you can go somewhere in April. So I just laid it out for you. That burning question that you have while trying to make other life decisions has just been answered. All right, Joey. Hey, Joey. After you're done business, I never did get to meet Black Bart. I never met him. Wish I had more stories to tell about Black Bart, but I didn't. By the way, let's all drink a toast to Black Bart. All right? To Black Bart. Oh, more business. Jim, if you make it to one of them Ohio shows, then the party will be on. Oh, yeah. Clinton says he's going to see what he can do in April. I know what you can do. You can do Youngstown, Lakewood, and York. That's what you can do. And right now you can post the link to buy Songs from Home, Clayton and Wensil. Brand new, all new release on Long Haired Weirdo Records. Long Haired Weirdo number 009. Can you believe I'm up to 9 releases already? Drew, you got to make an Ohio show too. Look, a lot of y'all going to be in York. Man, York was great. Man, what a fun time that was. We're going to repeat it. Oh, yes. All right, I got a few more rapid fire thoughts, and then maybe something to, oh yeah, Malcolm. Just maybe that. You know, Malcolm's been a North Carolinian now for a few weeks, and I haven't even seen him. Malcolm, how about next Tuesday, you be my special guest on Break On Through? I know I don't like to conduct business in public, but I have you right here. And I will tell you the main catchphrase. You got to tell me something. There's Clintonzilla with that link. Man, go there. Oh, by the way, I want to thank everyone for buying. Man, the sales have been incredible. And I'm getting back really positive feedback from folks. Some really, really heartfelt, touching testimonials of people listening to this. And it really, really is a great compliment to Steve and myself. And we both thank you. Well, Malcolm said that's a concept he can get behind. So I'm already guessing he's behind it. And he's pushing toward next Tuesday. So I think next week is going to be a knockdown, drag-out, rock and roll party in the street. When are we going to start singing some Tent Talks tunes? We got one tomorrow? Everybody's telling you to do it. You cannot disappoint the people. The people demand it. We are the band of the people, the working class, the real working class. All right. Rapid fire thoughts. Man, I support you guys. Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Malcolm just says no 10 Talk tunes for a short spell. Well, he gets his new digs, man. It's going to be incredible. 3D, high def, quadraphonic sound, 10 Talks tunes. It's going to be incredible. But I support you. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate you. Hey, man, you think you could cut me a break on that expensive thing that you're selling with Antiseen? A break. Well, I didn't get a break when I paid for them. No break. Hey, man, if I buy this, will you throw in that? You mean like something that's just as expensive as this? And like I'm giving it to you, like I'm just throwing one away? I thought you said you supported us. Because if you supported us, you would not be asking for discounts, freebies. You would just go, that's what it is? That's what it is. Because that's what it is. Man, I'm going to tell y'all something I have heard. I have heard this with my own ears, looking at the person in their eyes. Someone I didn't even know. I didn't know. Never seen him before in my life. Are you guys a band? Yeah. What's your band called? Antiseen. I never heard of them. Oh, okay, well. We have. So you're playing here tonight? Henceforth, unloading the equipment into said building. We're going to be back later. Do you want to guest us? Do I want to guest you? Yeah, on the long, 6 to 10 hour drive, I was sitting there going, man, I hope some people I don't even know wander through the parking lot and just see that we're a band that they've never heard of and just want to know if they want to get on the guest list. Man, that's what I'm hoping happens when I get to this club. And I mean, I'll go ahead and put them all on the guest list. But then when my, some friends I've had for, 15 and 20 years come up, it's kind of a unspoken thing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get you. You're coming in. I can't let you in because our guest list is full because we let people that we've never met in our entire lives in here. Joey Coleman, I know you always lay down the lettuce when it's time to cook. I know that. Now, I ain't really talking to anybody on here. But I'm just telling you about things I hear. I hear this stuff. Waterfall, nothing can harm me at all. My worries seem so very small in my waterfall. I know I ain't going to guess you into my waterfall. All right. Man, I saw a bunch of Facebook demand posts. I demand if you blah, blah, blah. Man, I'm going to tell you what. If you're ever going to do a purge through your friends list, don't make a ritual of it. I'm going to be cutting the herd short. If you're still seeing this, you must have made the cut. And I'm going to tell you what, 9 times out of 10, when I read that, I just go ahead and unfriend myself. Get rid of me. I don't care. People make a big production. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be cutting it. Yeah. Some of y'all saying stuff I don't like. I ain't going to hear it. I'm not going to have to read it. Just like you people that think Elon Musk is a Nazi. Just like you people that think I should still be thinking the exact same way I thought back in 1991. You're idiots. Have y'all ever heard Jimmy Loves Mary Ann by Looking Glass? Do you know who Looking Glass is? Their biggest hit was Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. You know that one. Well, Jimmy Loves Mary Ann was their second big hit from their next album, and that was it. But man, those two songs got massive production on them. Horns, And man, I'm gonna tell you something. The thing man, y'all listen to Jimmy Loves Mary Ann by Looking Glass tonight. Just one song, an AM radio song that lasts not over. I don't think it's much over 3 minutes. So the homework assignment is not very strenuous, and I think you can pull it off. Jimmy Loves Mary Ann. Man, just listen to the horns in that song. I think that horn arrangement is incredible. But see, the band couldn't travel with them. And so when they would be playing, arenas or opening for, I guess they were opening for bigger acts. But I don't know, they had big songs. Maybe they were handling, but people were always like, they don't sound nothing like on the radio. So, but I mean, I gotta admit, if I don't know that I would have loved the horn section way back then, but now, if I'd gone to see and they didn't have that, I'd be like, oh man, this is kind of disappointing. Because there's just certain things about certain songs that if that nuance is not there, then that song doesn't even mean the same to you anymore. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the way it is. That's the way people are. There's just some things like, man, if you don't get it, if you don't have that one thing that is really endearing to you about something, then you probably just go, oh. Do y'all know what I mean? Am I going too far over your heads with this one? Well, I got one more announcement to make. I think maybe some of you saw this. I think some of you saw this on my page tonight, but the beautiful First Lady, Rebecca Clayton, is getting back into the holistic health coaching arena. This is something that she can do by phone. Now, if you're in the area and you need help, she can go to the grocery store with you. Now, she just like me making zipper hoodies. It's okay. I'm not doing it, to hand them out like business cards. It's the way I'm trying to help earn my living. And this is a new way she's trying to help make an addition to her living. And if any of you are interested in any way, shape, or form, I appreciate you getting in touch with her. Her page is Wellness Rocks. Wellness Rocks. And I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be easy to achieve some of the things that you really need to do when RFK gets into his position and starts trying to make America healthy again. Because I don't know if you guys believe it or not, but they're poisoning us. But anyway, back to the First Lady. So if you would do me the favor and at least go like her page, share it somewhere of someone that you might know. And Clinton and Val, I think she may want to talk to you about some stuff at some point. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm telling you, and this is the truth. This is not some behind the music drug addict rock and roll quote here. But I'm telling you, if I really believe that if I didn't have her in my life, helping me to pull out of some really bad health issues, that I would be deceased. And I would not be doing Break On Through. I mean, I've told y'all before, when I do the reissue stuff, and especially when I was doing the one for Drastic, and here I am, last man standing. Well, now I'm going to get all Pentecostal religious on you right now. God made her for me. so that I could live to be this old, because I'm getting called for something. And that is why I am here, to be able to do it. And I am not lying to you. I am not, look, I am her big cheerleader, but I'm not doing this just for cheerleading points. I'm telling you, it is the truth, the honest to God truth. Oh boy. Oh, there she is. She's here now. My wife and my oldest daughter on break on through in the same night. That is wonderful. But I'm telling you this. She can help you. And there's a lot of things out there wrong with people that if you knew the avenues to take, you could heal yourself without all that big pharma poison and procedure. Which, come on, y'all. They don't want patients getting cured. They want customers. That's not conspiracy theories. That's not right-wing rhetoric. That's pure, solid truth. Rebecca knows this stuff. She is a licensed holistic health coach. So, we have the link up. Clayton is already right there getting the link together. Now, this being said, I hope, and if you will look on her page, Jim, she says faith can heal. And I believe that 100%, 110%. And I'm going to tell you one more thing. I know y'all thinking, well, dang, Jeff Clayton, you done got to the end of break on through. You ain't said that. I'll say something right now. President Trump is going to Western North Carolina this Friday. This Friday. And I want you all to know, Clinton, get ready with that link, that the church we go to makes constant runs up to Western North Carolina. Food, clothing, water, propane, kerosene, chainsaws, and of course right now, and you know, and Wesley can attest to this, it's cold here. And I'm telling you what, in the middle of summer, it's cooler up there than it is here, so you can imagine what it is right now, especially for those folks who do not have 4 walls and a roof. And look, I'm not taking anything away from the terrible devastation happening in California. I'm not taking away from that at all. But all I'm saying is this, okay? This past administration basically ignored Western North Carolina. The rest of the country, the people, the working class people, are the ones that came to their rescue. So, that's why I will constantly push for their help and their support, because they still need it. I will stop when everything is as close to back to normal as it can possibly be. And man, look, if you are in a position where you can give to organizations that help the Western North Carolina folks and the folks in California, because look, everybody in California is not a multi-million-dollar actor or actress. There's regular working class people out in California too, and they lost everything. So if you find a way that you can help out there now, you do it. Now, whether you can or can't, if you're praying types, I hope you're praying. I hope no matter where they live, what they are, what they do, you're praying for your fellow countrymen. You can donate at our church. Encounter today. Clinton has posted the link. Anything you can donate. He says you go down to the bottom, it shows a link to contribute, to the Western North Carolina. But even if you just do a tithing or an offering or whatever, it's all going to go. It's all going where it needs to go. And so $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $30, $50, $75, $100, $200, $500, $1,000, whatever you can do. Well, guys, this has been kind of a long one. You know what? I was talking to my friend Jeff Williams this morning. I said, man, I don't really have anything to talk about tonight. And he's like, man, I can't help you there this time. He goes, I'm pretty fresh out of ideas. Which, if y'all have any ideas, please send them to me via direct message to my Jeff Clayton page, not the Antiseen page. I don't look at Antiseen messages that much. It's usually Walter, Malcolm have to tell me, I bet there's somebody writing you on there. You need to say something to them, son. So, say something to me on my Facebook page, and I'll put it away in the file. And who knows? Your idea may be the very one I talk about next week. And you're right, Brian Dunlap. We will drink one more toast. We have drank to Black Bart. We have drank to the death of woke. Now we will drink one more time before we bail on out of here to the late, great John Sykes. Tigers of Pantang, White Snake, Blue Murder, but most of all, he was a member of Thin Lizzy. Rest in peace, John. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. I always appreciate it. I never take you for granted. I'm so glad when you show up. And I love the fact that some of y'all listen to this in your trucks, doing your job later in the week, or you wait till a bunch of them pile up and you listen to 3 or 4 in a row. Quite a compliment. Please, once again, do not forget Clayton and Wensil, Songs from Home. And I will see you. Hopefully Malcolm Tent will be sitting right here beside me next week, right here on Break On Through. Everybody have a great week. Have an even better weekend. And God bless the United States of America.